Hello and welcome back to your November of 2025 real estate update for Chino Hills, and San Bernardino County. Hi, I am your host, Thomas Ryan with Thomas Ryan Real Estate. I'm a Southern California real estate agent based in Chino, California, with a reach and pulse on all 5 Southern California counties. Today we have for you what I would suggest as a surprising video for you based upon the previous month's market activities. In these monthly market updates, we aim to bring you statistics, insights, as well as my personal perspective about what's going on in the market, with the ultimate goal of keeping you well informed about our hyper-local real estate market. As always, we will get the professional insights from loan officer Benny Rabishin, where he'll tell us all about what's going on with mortgage rates, what's going on with the future Fed meetings, and what we can expect from mortgage rates in the near future. Should you have any additional questions about the real estate market, your specific property, or maybe you have aspirations of buying or selling a home in the near future, always feel free to give me a call. I can be reached at 909-334-2049, or you can find me on all the social media sites. Just search Thomas Ryan Real Estate. All right, without further ado, let's get into the update. December is upon us and Christmas is right around the corner. But before you get in your matching Grinch jammies, we have the update for you on market activity for our area. First, starting with the active listings for Chino Hills, and San Bernardino County for the month of November 2025. I'll be honest, it's quite rare that all sectors follow the same trend, but when it comes to active listings in November, they did. San Bernardino County dropped from 6,603 homes to 6,311 active listings. Chino came in at 159 active listings, down from 176 the month previous, and Chino Hills also dropped, although slightly, from 120 to 119 active listings. As we expressed last month, less and less homes hitting the market during a seasonably slow period of the year continues. Expectedly, we saw less active listings on the market across all sectors, and we can expect to likely see the same thing next month when we review December's activity. With even fewer homes active on the market, let's take a look at the closed sales volume for Chino Hills, and San Bernardino County for November. In San Bernardino County, as you might expect, closed sales dropped month over month from 1,601 to 1,321 homes sold. Chino's closed sales also dropped from 68 to 59, while Chino Hills had the exact same number of homes sell, 43. While the month-over-month closed sales dropped, if we take a look at the year-over-year activity, we actually see an increase in the number of closed sales from November of 2024 to this year, November of 2025. While this might sound shocking, it actually makes sense because there were more homes active on the market, thus more homes could be bought and ultimately sold. Despite the high interest rates, buyers are still out there. So we saw both sales and inventory continuing to tighten in November, but what can we expect from the median days on market? Let's take a look. San Bernardino County's median days on market dropped from 33 days the previous month to 31 days in November. Chino Hills also saw a drop from 28 days to 23 days, while Chino actually saw a slight increase up to 26 days from 23 days. It's true, compared to this time last year and even going back 2 years, our median days on market numbers are up. However, it's not that substantial. Hovering just above and slightly below 30 days on market is kind of a nice little sweet spot for both buyers and sellers in the market. Sellers can be assured that if their home is priced appropriately and shows well, it will sell in a reasonable amount of time. And buyers have a little bit more time to shop for a home, decide on a home, and ultimately make that purchase. All right, next up is the price per square foot values for Chino, Chino Hills, and San Bernardino County. Let's take a look. In October, San Bernardino County price per square foot values dropped by just $1 to $333 per square foot. Chino increased rather significantly from $372 to $391, and Chino Hills also increased from $484 to $498 per square foot. All right, check this out. If we take a look back to November of 2024, these values are oddly very similar to the values we saw last year. In Chino and Chino Hills, the price per square foot values increased month over month, showing a resiliency finishing out the year in these two cities. And San Bernardino County remains pretty consistent, both month over month and year over year. To sum it up, not much has changed as it pertains to the price per square foot. Okay, you have waited long enough for the stat that homeowners and many aspiring home buyers are most concerned about: median sale price. And quite honestly, you might be in for a shock at what happened in November. Okay, are you ready for this? Chino saw its highest median sale price since June of 2022, sitting at $770,000, an increase of over $20,000 from the previous month. San Bernardino County also reached close to a historic high at $544,900, up from $539,999. However, Chino Hills saw a sizable reduction down to $925,000 from just above $1 million the month before. Man, just when you think the market's about to take a turn in the downward direction, especially in a seasonably slow time of year, the median sales price values come at us like this with some seriously impressive values. I must always remind myself and you that we are working with a relatively small sample size, especially as it pertains to Chino and Chino Hills. So one or two exceptional properties or some really low sales can skew the numbers from each month to month. But dang, like I always say, we got something pretty special going on here in our little corner of San Bernardino County here in Chino and Chino Hills. And now on to what has been the hottest topic for what seems like forever: mortgage rates. And to bring us up to speed with where things are currently with mortgage rates and what we can expect from them in the future, we have Benny Rabishin with Neo Home Loans. Take it away, Benny.
Thanks, Thomas. So here's what's happening in the mortgage world right now and why the next 30 days could be really interesting. Rates are sitting around 6.5%, pretty flat from last month, but we've got a big Fed meeting coming up mid-December, jobs report showing some weakness, and the government shutdown is over, which means the economic data that actually moves mortgage rates is finally flowing again. Translation, we could see some movement. And in the meantime, I'm watching my buyers get deals that I haven't seen in over 7 years. Let me tell you exactly what's happening. Okay, so a quick rate update. Again, we're hovering around 6.5% for most qualified buyers. Pretty much where we were last month, but here's what's changed. So the Fed meets again mid-December. Now, a few weeks ago, nobody thought they'd cut rates, but the latest jobs report came out showing more weakness than expected, and now the odds of a December rate cut just went up significantly. If they cut, mortgage rates could follow, not guaranteed, but possible. Plus, now that the government's back open, we're getting the inflation and labor reports that actually move the bond market. Now, depending on what those show over the next couple weeks, we could see rates drift down or stay put. Bottom line, rates are stable right now, but there's potential for some relief heading into the new year. That said, I'm not telling buyers to wait because I'm seeing in the field right now is too good to pass up. Here's the thing. We saw a flurry of buyer activity the last month. But this past week, things have slowed down. Why? It's the holiday season. It's completely normal. Most buyers decide to wait until spring, thinking that's when the real market starts. But here's what they're missing. This is historically when buyers get the best deals. I haven't seen this kind of negotiation power in over 7 years. Sellers are motivated, inventory is sitting, and you're not competing with 10 other offers. Let me give you 2 examples from just this past month that shows you what's possible right now. First one, first-time home buyer, nervous about rates being in the 6s. I totally get it. We found a seller who was willing to give them $15,000 in credit. We took that money and bought their rate down temporarily and got them an effective rate of 4.625% for the first couple years. That's 2% lower than market rates. Their payment, way more manageable than they thought was possible. When rates do drop in a year or two, they can refinance it to a permanently lower rate. They got into their first home and bought themselves some time. The second one was a business owner. His bank denied him because on paper his tax return showed very little income. Classic small business owner problem. You write everything off so you look broke on paper. So we specialize in helping business owners. So we structured a loan that didn't require tax returns, got him approved, then negotiated a $10,000 in seller credits that covered all of his closing costs. He walked into this home with barely anything out of pocket. That's the kind of creativity and opportunity this market is allowing right now. Look, rates are stable, but the deals buyers are getting right now, the credits, the buy downs, the negotiation power, that's real money in your pocket today. Now, if you're ready to move, this is your season. Thomas and I are here to help you take advantage of it. Back to you, Thomas.
Thank you so much, Benny, for bringing us the most up-to-date information as it pertains to mortgage rates. We appreciate that very much. Now, if you're curious about what you may qualify for in a mortgage, or you're interested in what the process is to get qualified, always feel free to reach out and I can get you in direct contact with Benny so he can take you through that process. We do truly hope that you found this information helpful, and if it was helpful for you, please be sure to hit the like button down below and consider subscribing to the Thomas Ryan Real Estate YouTube channel, or you can follow me on Instagram at Thomas Ryan Real Estate. Both are completely free for you to do, but they help me out immensely to get this information out on a monthly basis. In closing, again, should you have any questions whatsoever, always feel free to reach out to me directly. I can be reached at 909-334-2049, or you can feel free to leave a comment down below, because maybe in answering your question down below, we'll be answering a similar question that someone else may have had. All right, until next month, and next month we will be in 2026. Have a good month and happy holidays.